Dowling, yes. Okay, Chris.
All right, we're here with brother Marcus Dowling.
Yes.
You know, extraordinaire. I met you a couple summers ago.
But of course.
At a listener party at
Yes, absolutely.
Sweet Nancy. Shout out to
yeah,
Shaolin
that was
Jazz.
wonderful, right? Shaolin Jazz, absolutely. Always. Always a shout out to those guys.
And now you're here at the DC Music Summit 2020, the third
Oh, of
annual,
course, absolutely.
As a panelist.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So what attracted you to the DC Music Summit?
Okay, so infrastructure in the DC metropolitan area for music is essential.
Right.
We've had talented musicians here for 7, 8, 9 decades.
7, 8, 9 decades.
And we're at a place now where we need to redistribute the wealth and be able to re-energize artists and also provide them with the infrastructure to be successful. And we have all of that here. And so to be able to gather that all together like a nucleus and to be able to advocate for our own is essential. That's necessary. So I have to be here. That's something I've been doing for 12 years.
Right.
So, and I plan on doing it for 100 more.
Okay.
So that's why I'm here.
So DC has a long storied, rich musical history with, you know, Johnny
Gill. You
Johnny
can introduce Johnny Gill.
You know,
He's from here, absolutely.
Of course, you know, Marvin Gaye.
Yes,
right?
the legend,
so
right.
So why is it now that it seems to have kind of taken a dip, at least outside of the DC area?
Well, okay. So the issue is that there is a consistency. Like, you know, you have dips and lows with everything, so highs and lows. And we've experienced with the digital age, the digital boom, and DC never really getting a shot as like a major industry city, to never experience being able to have access to the upper echelon of the industry. But here's the thing: in the midst of that dip, we just accrued talent. So you have 2 or 3 generations of talent that are all in this city and all in this area now, advocating and growing and developing. So in the midst of that, we now have spaces like this where you can see that broad growth showcased, and then we start to see the thing, you know, matriculate up, you know, towards the former heights.
Right. How much do you think gentrification is shaping the DC music scene?
Well, I think it's one. There's one wonderful thing about gentrification. One, literally one. The tax base and the income base of the DC metropolitan area now has the ability to sustain artists who are willing to do weekly, monthly performances. Because people who just have, you know, a greater income are in our streets now, and it's accessing those people and getting them into the small clubs and into the large clubs, and being able to support the artists that are out here in the streets that are making great work, and to be able to like support them and showcase them is essential. Now, and that happens.
Now I want to ask you a question about that, right? So a lot of the panelists mention how, you know, there are no more safe spaces essentially. You streets to have a lot more music halls. The youth gentrification has hurt those music spaces, those music halls that used to be prevalent.
It's a different thing now. You have to find the artists where they are, and you have to develop where they are, and then you have to go to people who are able to activate those spaces and say, I have 25 artists. We meet together at this restaurant or in Homeboy's basement, and we do this every month, every 6 weeks. And we need more sustainable space to be able to do that. And what's fascinating is that small venues will gladly support opening space for you if you have a demonstrated need. And that's where you start to create those spaces so that you create demonstrated need. And that's the necessity. That's where we go.
So I know you have another panel to get to.
Absolutely.
Please let the people know where they can find you, where they can reach out to you.
Yeah, at Marcus with a C-K Dowling, D-O-W-L-I-N-G on all social media.
All right, and we thank you for taking the time out.
You're most welcome.
Panel.
Brother, appreciate
it very much.
Absolutely, thank you.
Brother.